Broadcasting from Hollywood, it's the official On Air with Brandon J podcast. Here we go.
It's your girl Stina, and you're listening to the On Air with Brandon J podcast on iHeartRadio.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Brandon. Welcome to On Air with Brandon J. I'm joined by a special guest today, recording artist Stina. Stina, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you, Brandon?
I'm doing well. You know, I know you got a lot going on, and when I found out I was going to get to do this interview with you, I was like, we know somebody mutually in common in the world of music because Macy Gray, I've had, and what's crazy is not only have I been in the studio with Joe, but I've actually interviewed Joe on my podcast.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a small world. I mean, that's why, you always got to build bridges because you just never know, when you'll come in contact with somebody again. So
exactly. Stina, how did you get started in this wonderful world of music?
I actually have been singing. It's funny because I was just talking to my mom about this. I did my first solo performance in second grade in the school talent show. I had enough nerve to get up on stage and do a High School Musical song in front of the whole school. And ever since then, I killed it, obviously. No, I did really well. And then ever since then, I've just been singing. I've sung in show choirs, and now I do my own music, and it's been going pretty well. So
that is awesome. Who would you say some of your influences are when it comes to music? Because there have been so many great artists.
There has been. And I really look to the women that kind of came before me to kind of lead my path now. And my grandma was a musician. She toured with Ike and Tina Turner all over the country and the world as their opening act. So I really love Tina Turner, Diana Ross, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle. So all the greats. I really love them a lot.
I mean, you just named a huge iconic artist.
Yes.
Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? I mean, just epic song.
Yes,
so,
fabulous song. I love that song.
So what was it like? You got to tell me, because, formerly the Staples Center, now the Crypto.com Arena. What was it like performing at the halftime show of the Crypto Arena?
It was crazy. Well, it's actually my third time performing there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a nice kind of ascension. I started off, I did something the LA Sparks calls the Magic Moment. And it's during the third quarter where you get up there and they allow artists to do their own songs. So I did my song Prom Queen. And I guess I did good because she asked me to come back again and do the national anthem. And then this last time she hit me up, she's like, oh, I really want you to do your song Winning Season, but not for Magic Moment, for the halftime performance. So it was like, oh wow. My gosh, wow. So it was crazy. I mean, just being back there, where all these iconic artists like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, they all get ready for the performances there. And I was like, oh my God, I'm here too. So it was really awesome. It was really great. 6,000 awesome. People.
I mean, that's got to be such a great surprise. Like, not only do we enjoy your performances and stuff during Magic Moment, but we want you to perform during the halftime show. Like, that's got to be just so surreal.
It was. I was in my J-Lo halftime, Beyonce halftime moment. I was like, oh my God, it all happened so quick. So it was awesome.
That's super cool. And you just got a spread in Splash magazine as well.
Yes. Yeah. So I did that last week. It's sort of like a health and wellness article, which is really cool because I don't think I've been in a magazine like Splash. So yeah, it was awesome.
So are you on your vegan tip?
No, I used to be vegan. I'm no longer vegan. But I have lost quite a bit of weight. So I feel like in a healthy way. So I feel like I could, spread that message to other young women, just stay healthy and you just have to do stuff that works for you. What works for somebody else might not work for you. So.
Absolutely. I mean, just health and wellness is everything. I mean, we're nothing without our health. So I could not agree with you more.
Yes, exactly. Doing all this, performance and press, you can't do anything that can't sustain you. You have to have enough energy to get throughout the day. So, yeah.
So Stina, what is next for you? I mean, you're working on a new material. What can we expect from this new project you're working on?
Yeah, so I've released 10 singles over the past 2.5 years. And they're all doing really well. They're racking up streams. I'm kind of getting, core fan base going. And yeah, for this next kind of project, I'm working on a full-length album. And what I really it's going to be about my life. The working title right now is called Everything You Wanted to Know. Because I know when I meet people, I'm always like, oh my gosh, there's so many things in my life, but I feel like an album would be the best way to tell it. And yeah, it's going to be really insightful, really thoughtful. I'm working with some really great producers, that I'm really honored to work with, and it's going to be great.
What producers are you working with? Can you just give us a glimpse?
They've done some bops. Okay. They've done like the bops. I feel like that's all I can say, but they've done they're really great, and they're really going to help me get my sound, and really just say what I want to say through music, Very
cool. Very cool. So, I always like to get a glimpse of what's getting ready to come out. An artist I can't really talk about it right now. I'm under an NDA, but you'll see when I release it.
Yeah, exactly.
Have to wait till the moment that this project gets released. Stina, what advice do you have for artists that are trying to increase their Spotify streams? I get so many messages about this.
Really?
And yeah.
Yeah, because it is a tricky thing, Oh gosh, I believe in the art of performance. I believe in getting out there. I've performed at birthday parties. I've performed of course, at the crypto arena. So it's kind of like big spectrum, but I believe that artists, if you want to make music for people to enjoy, you should be out in the community performing and meeting people and connecting with people. And that's really how you get core fans, because you don't want to just be a person who makes music that, people hear, but it doesn't really impact them. I want to be out there meeting people, inspiring people. Like after I performed the halftime show, people were coming up to me like, can I take a picture with you? I was like, yeah.
Come on over.
Right. This girl's like, I'm from Ohio. I loved your music, blah, blah, blah. So I think performing, getting out there in the community, whether it's a talent show, whether it's just for your friends and family, that's the way you build up streams. And getting a fan base. And that's really all. Well,
absolutely. And would you say, Stina, that TikTok or Instagram is king in terms of like an artist, what an artist should focus on? Should I be focusing on making sure I'm popping on TikTok or Instagram, or is it a combination of both?
Well, I know TikTok is the way. TikTok is the future for sure. I use Instagram more. I was on TikTok for a little bit. I'm going to start going on TikTok more. But for right now, Instagram has been doing really, really well for me. I think I just had a video. I've kind of had a video go viral on TikTok and on Instagram, but Instagram seems to be more consistent. But I know TikTok is for, a specific demographic, and some people do really, really well on TikTok and don't do as well as on Instagram. So it's about finding kind of like your niche audience and being like, oh, most of my audience on Instagram, I'm just going to focus on that. So whatever.
Absolutely. I mean, I think as an artist in today's day and age, it's changed so much. Radio used to be king of the music industry. Well, radio is not the king of the music industry anymore. It's social media. It's this digital component of influencer marketing, of streaming. It's changed drastically. So I could not agree with you more. I think it's a balance of everything, all of the above, right? You got to be popping on all the platforms. You got to be consistently promoting your material, and especially someone like you who's got a great voice. TikTok is a heaven for you, because you could do so many mashups and just different things to really showcase who you are as a talent. Look at me trying to sell TikTok and they're not even sponsoring the segment.
I know. We need TikTok sponsorship, but yeah, I think,
yeah, we do.
It's just about being creative. And I know for me, sometimes I'm not the most like extroverted person where I'm like, I want to be on the camera all the time, but you got to push yourself, but you also have to stay true to yourself, because if you're doing something that's not true to yourself, people will pick up, oh my gosh, these people are so, they can sense when people aren't being genuine. So you just have to stick. So if you're a person who's like, I like to post all the time, people will be like, let's post. But if you're like, hey, I want to post a few times a week or even a few times a month, whatever works for you is going to work for you. So
yeah, unfortunately, that does not work for me. If I don't post, people are like, "Oh, I've lost interest."
Yeah,
Who's he
exactly.
interviewing? I don't see who he's interviewing. I'm sure you can relate on the content.
Yeah, every day content, a little video, something. I mean, just most me just like looking at the camera. People are like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, okay.
I'm going to Jamba Juice. I'm like, this is not exciting to me, but I guess you guys want to see it at
Love
home.
it. Love it. I mean, I did a video once and it got so many views. I just graduated college.
Okay.
And I did this video. I was so happy to get my sash. I got it embroidered and I was just dancing and people were just like, this is the best video ever. And I was like, it was just me being myself. That's all people want to see, you know?
What school did you graduate from?
Cal State Northridge.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Shout out to everybody in Northridge, Cal State Northridge. Stina, what are your thoughts towards NFTs?
NFTs?
We're talking about everything in this interview, right? There's no hold bar. I'm not holding back. I'm going all in with all of my questions.
Oh my gosh.
The reason NFTs, I'm asking you this is I like to get artist perspective because like what Tory Lanez was able to do with NFTs was incredible. I mean, I know it was a marketing play, but to be able to sell 1 million NFTs and it basically that converts to album sales in a matter of 30 minutes, that's incredible. And do you think that artists have to really, because so many artists like, oh, I'm coming out with an NFT, but a lot of these artists don't have fan bases. So it's like, are you going to truly get a real fan base or organically to purchase your NFT? And my thought is like, it's very difficult to build those fans without that real marketing. Yeah, talent often think that it's here to stay, but I think it's holding its weight. And the reason I believe it's holding its weight is because everybody is gearing and moving towards that metaverse. So what are your thoughts?
Yes. Well, fun fact, I do know a little bit about the crypto. I did spend a fair amount of time like investing in like Bitcoin, altcoin. It has taken quite a dive, unfortunately, but I don't know how much that part has to do with NFTs. I was actually at the Billboard Women in Music Awards and they unveiled an NFT for, Madonna, Mariah Carey, and then one other person I can't think of. So when you say, when you have a fan base like they do, your NFTs will sell. But like Tory Lanez too, but I think, I mean, like I want to go and make an NFT of myself because like, I don't think I'm at that stage where people would want an NFT of me. But I think getting creative and using different avenues of creativity to unlock fan bases, I think is genius. So yeah,
that's where it's at. And my last question for you, Stina, what is a fun fact that nobody can Google about Stina?
A fun fact. That's a really, really good question. I would say a fun fact about me is that I have my own language. I speak in ways that only like my really close friends and like my mom knows.
Okay.
I have all these little things like my dog, I call him Schnoog. Oh, that's my little Schnoog. But when I talk to my friends, they know that I'm talking about my dog. Or I'll be like, girl, child. Anyway, so, and they know I mean like, okay, what are you talking about? So I think that's a little fun fact about me. Is that
Stina's got her own language, everybody. That is
my
the
own
fun fact.
language.
I don't think we can Google that. I
cannot Google that.
I'm lost for words here. Stina, where do you, where can people go to follow you that are going to see this interview and hear it on all the platforms?
Yes, you could follow me on my Instagram. It's Stina Battle Music. My TikTok is also Stina Battle Music. I have a website, stinabattle.com. And I have one more thing. My Spotify is Stina. You can look up Stina Winning Season. That's winning and then SCN. And that's my latest single. Or Choosy, Stina Choosy.
Stina, thank you so much for being a special guest on today's show. This interview's been fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the album. And when you see Joe Solo in the studio.
Yes.
Let him know I said hello.
I will. Thank you so much, Brandon. It's been wonderful speaking with you.
Thank you so much. This has been an exclusive interview with recording artist Stina. I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time on Air with Brandon J. Goodbye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to On Air with Brandon J. Follow on Instagram at I am Brandon J.